It's like you're stabbed in the left shoulder and you just take the knife out thinking the problem is gone and you stab yourself in the right shoulder. It's just like you're swapping the shoulder. There's still the problem. Alright, what's up guys, you're watching Zealocity, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the foods that are supposedly healthy or marketed as healthy but are actually not really healthy. First off, let's understand that when you talk about sustainable nutrition, I don't want you to look at foods as good or bad food, okay? So in the long run, when you have mindful portion control, most of these foods can also be consumed as a part of a healthy lifestyle, but still the marketed foods which are supposedly healthy are not very healthy, but they might not be unhealthy too. So you have to understand that I'm not calling these foods unhealthy in the list, okay? You don't have to freak out about the things that this causes X and Y disease, like food X causes Y disease, something like we always keep hearing that ghee causes heart disease. So it's not like that, okay? So you don't have to freak out about these things. Let's not waste any more time and get into the list. The number one on the list is going to be peanut butter. It's marketed as high protein, good for vegetarians, good for vegans. Well, it is good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's not unhealthy, as I'm saying again, but it's not very healthy. There's nothing really healthy about peanut butter. You have some healthy fats. Oh yeah, as if you cannot get healthy fats from your daily foods like cooking and almonds and walnuts. So you obviously add ghee to your cooking and that makes your food healthier. Like it has those healthy fats. You don't have to separately take peanut butter just so that you get some more healthy fats. You don't need that, okay? And especially because it's marketed as high in protein. Well, it's not. When you actually see the label, like in percentage per 100 grams, peanut butter has like 600 calories, 26 grams of protein in 100 grams, which is not bad, but not very good. 22 grams of carbohydrates and 45 grams, almost 45 grams of fat, almost 45% fat, and 25% protein and 22% of carbohydrates. So it's not a very good protein source. Nobody is having like 100 grams of peanut butter in a day, right? If you have 100 grams of peanut butter, you get 600 calories. 600 calories for 25 grams of protein. 100 grams of chicken will give you 22 grams of protein and nearly 150 calories. 600 calories from peanut butter and 25 grams of protein. What would you choose as a protein source? Absolutely chicken, right? So peanut butter is not a very good protein source. The essential amino acids are not up to the mark in peanut butter, so we cannot really classify it as a protein source. If you want to have it in your daily routine, it's not unhealthy, but it's marketed as so healthy. Well, it's goddamn not. Number 2 on the list, we have jaggery sweetened sweets. On a regular basis, I see Indian households like making sweets in jaggery, like using jaggery in chai, using jaggery in sweets, like literally people have jaggery ke laddu thinking that it's wow, it's so healthy. It's like jaggery, ghee and almonds and walnuts. What's unhealthy about it? Well, the fact that it is high in calories, it is hyper palatable, and when you have a laddu of that jaggery and ghee and dry fruits or besan or whatever it is, that one laddu is going to give you almost 250 calories and you are wondering why you're not losing fat. Well, I'm eating healthy, but I'm still not losing fat. It's because you're having jaggery sweets. If you swap out sugar from your diet and replace it with jaggery, it's like you're stabbed in the left shoulder and you just take the knife out thinking the problem is gone and you stab yourself in the right shoulder. It's just like you're swapping the shoulder. There's still the problem. It's high glycemic load. It's high calories coming from the sugar and jaggery or whatever. And it's the hyperpalatability due to the sweetness, and when you combine it with fat, it is definitely going to be a deadly and a more hyperpalatable combination. I'm not saying it's unhealthy. I'm not saying jaggery is unhealthy. I'm not saying sugar is also unhealthy. In the long term, if you have mindful portion control, it's absolutely okay to have jaggery in moderation, but it's marketed as so healthy. Like people have this weird misconception that it's very healthy. Please have jaggery sweets. Please add jaggery in your chai. मैं तो sugar लेती ही नहीं हूँ. Number 3 on the list, we have breakfast cereals. Breakfast cereals are widely marketed as healthy. बच्चों के लिए nutrition, बच्चों के लिए best breakfast. You know this, right? Chocos, cornflakes, filled with sugar and refined carbohydrates, and it's just unnecessary extra glycemic load you're just putting on a child or even yourself. So none of these breakfast cereals are healthy. Nothing about it is healthy. If you actually see the ingredients label, 30 grams of serving of a cornflakes will have 26 grams of carbohydrates, which is almost 85% of carbohydrates. And if you actually see the protein intake, protein content, it's hardly even 7 or 8%. So Like, what are you actually getting out of it? Just a little bit of sugar and the cornflakes, that's it. So it's not very healthy. Again, I'm saying this, it's not unhealthy, it's not like you cannot have it at all, but you need to understand there's nothing healthy about it. Okay, most of these breakfast cereals are backed up with the tag like healthy and quick breakfast, and actually the healthy tag comes from the milk that you add in those breakfast cereals, not the breakfast cereals alone. So that is one thing we can agree on, that milk is definitely one thing on the list which is healthy. As we all know, milk is rich in tons of nutrients, like obviously the goddamn protein, and also a lot of calcium, a lot of vitamin A, D, E, and K, which are the fat soluble vitamins, potassium, etc. And I personally love to consume full fat milk, which is minimally processed, and due to which it is better for my digestion. As I've actually mentioned in my earlier videos, that when I have more of the toned milk or low fat milk, it causes me to break out, like it causes acne in my case. And that is why I personally love to consume Country Delight's cow milk. Country Delight cow milk is 100% pure and super delicious. It does not give me any breakouts, or not, it does not give me any digestion issues as well. आप यहाँ पे मलाई भी देख सकते हो, इतनी thick मलाई, and it is the sign of the purity that this milk offers. Most milk that we get in the market is highly processed, and it's made with water and milk powder, and that is why it tends to cause some gastric discomfort in a lot of people, and also causes a lot of breakouts and acne problems as well. The best part about Country Delight cow milk is that it is 100% pure, it is minimally processed, it is unadulterated, and that is why it is also easier to digest than most milk that you get in the market. If you are a real whole milk lover, and if you want to try out Country Delight's 100% pure cow milk, then the link is in the description. You can click the link and you can avail 100 rupees cashback on your first order. So let's move on to the fourth food on this list. It's going to be dal or beans or rajma. I know this is going to trigger a lot of people, but please hear me out. Dal, rajma, chickpeas, whatever it is not unhealthy. Please let me clear the air here. It's not unhealthy, but it's not very healthy. People think that dal is so healthy and it is to be consumed on a regular basis because dal is healthy. And a lot of people also have this misconception that dal is the healthiest and the easiest to digest protein source. Well, it's not the case. ऐसा नहीं है कि dal and rajma is easy to digest for everyone. A lot of people have digestion issues, and dal rajma can cause bloating, gas, diarrhea in a lot of people, and I am one of those people who have severe bloating and diarrhea due to rajma and chickpeas specifically. And other dals, I am okay with tur dal and moong dal, but other dals also give me some bloating and gas. And it's also marketed as high in protein. Well, when you actually see the protein content, it is actually not very good. Like, it's 25% protein in 100 grams, and you have more than 60% of carbohydrates in those 100 grams. So what is it exactly? Is it a protein source or a carbohydrate source? You decide. I'm not saying that you cannot have dal or chickpeas or rajma. Always make sure to have curd with your dal or rajma meals, please, because you're not going to get all the amino acids from dal or rajma alone. It's better to add curd as much as possible, at least 150 grams of curd, to add up to the protein intake and also the amino acid profile. Number 5 on the list, on similar lines, we're going to be talking about sabji roti. So many people think that sabji roti is so healthy. A lot of people come to me in my consultations and tell me, well, see, I'm eating sabji roti for lunch, I'm eating sabji roti for dinner, and I'm not eating nothing unhealthy. I don't eat anything unhealthy. You're not understanding that you're not eating anything unhealthy, but you're not eating very healthy as well. When you actually see the two components, it's sabji and roti. When you talk about sabji, it's good. Like, it's going to be some green vegetable or a normal vegetable which you cook in some oil. That's fine. Okay. But then if you see roti, it's just carbohydrates. What else is there in the roti? Like, 2 rotis and some sabji, if you have it, it's hardly 4 grams of protein. And that too, it's very low on the essential amino acids, and that is why you need to add something with that. So your meal could either have sabji roti and some chicken or eggs or paneer on the side for extra protein, or you can add a lot of curd, like let's say 200 grams of curd and then sabji roti. At least that's adding up to some protein content. Or you can add milk, as I told, like you can just have a glass of milk and that will add 7 grams of good quality protein in 1 glass of milk. So I want you to add some protein source along with your sabji roti dal, and not just have sabji roti dal in itself, because it's not unhealthy but it's still not very healthy. And if you can improve your meal profile, then why not? Now again, on similar lines, we're going to be talking about the last food on the list for now. It's going to be quinoa. A lot of people think that quinoa is very healthy. I'm having quinoa salad because I switched from having white rice to having quinoa, and now my diet is just brilliant because I'm having quinoa instead of rice. No, you're having hardly 1 or 2 grams extra of protein in one serving of quinoa than if you have rice. So is it really so important to get that 1 or 2 grams of protein in quinoa that you sacrifice on the good taste of rice and you have to take quinoa instead? I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. If you combine your rice with good amount of protein, good amount of vegetables in your meal, then it's absolutely healthy to have rice as well. And it's not unhealthy to have quinoa per se, but again, it's not a very healthy thing to have. Like, it's not like it's going to give you everything. Quinoa is not like a superfood which has a very good amount of protein, very good amount of zinc, vitamin, mineral, vitamins B12 and everything. It's not like that. It does offer some amount of fiber. It does offer a good amount of vitamins and minerals a little bit, but also, and so does rice and vegetables combined together. So it's not like you cannot get your vitamins and minerals from other sources. Like if you have eggs, if you have chicken, you're going to get a lot of vitamins and minerals from that. So you don't have to rely on a little bit of vitamins and minerals, itsy bitsy tiny miny amount that you're getting from quinoa. Okay. Alright, so that's it for today's video. I hope you actually liked this video, and if you did, you know what to do. Hit the like button, share this video with your friends, family members, gym buddies, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And jo bell icon hai usko bhi tap kar dena. You will get notified whenever I post videos. And this is my Instagram. If you want to head over to my Instagram for my personal coachings, video consultations, or just to see what I do in my daily lifestyle, or you can even write to me in my email, which is in the description below. You can write an email if you want to join my transformation programs. I would love to help you out, and please do comment with your valuable feedback on how you like this content and what you want to see in the later videos. I will definitely consider your valuable comments, and thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more interesting content coming up in the future, especially for you. See you.